Fellow gardeners, if you've been searching for a natural way to transform your garden into a thriving ecosystem, you're about to discover one of nature's most powerful plant tonics. Nettle tea isn't just another garden trend, it's a time-tested, nutrient-dense fertilizer that can revolutionize how your plants grow while building the kind of living soil that sustains gardens for generations. The science behind Nettle's garden magic is honestly pretty fascinating. Stinging nettles are nutritional powerhouses that have been quietly accumulating minerals and nutrients from deep in the soil through their extensive root systems. When you transform these weeds into liquid fertilizer, you're essentially creating a concentrated botanical multivitamin for your garden. The fermentation process breaks down the plant material, making nutrients immediately bioavailable to your plants in a form they can readily absorb. What makes nettle tea particularly remarkable is its balanced nutrient profile. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that flood plants with isolated nutrients, nettle tea delivers a complex array of minerals that work synergistically. The nitrogen content promotes lush, green foliage growth, while the iron helps prevent chlorosis and supports healthy photosynthesis. Trace elements like potassium, calcium, and magnesium strengthen plant cell walls, improve disease resistance, and enhance overall plant vigor. The real magic happens in your soil ecosystem. Nettle tea feeds not just your plants but also the beneficial microorganisms that create truly living soil. These microbes form symbiotic relationships with plant roots, extending their ability to access nutrients and water while providing natural protection against soil-borne diseases. Brewing your garden's secret weapon is, honestly, easier than you might think, but it does take some patience and a little planning. First, start by harvesting fresh nettles, and it's best if you can get young plants that haven't gone to seed yet. Definitely wear thick gloves and long sleeves. Those stinging hairs are no joke, and they're actually a good reminder that you're working with a plant that's absolutely loaded with active compounds. You'll want about 1 pound of fresh nettles for every gallon of water you plan to use. Choose a container that can breathe. Plastic buckets are a solid choice, but steer clear of metal containers since they can react with the acidic brew. Next, roughly chop your nettles and pack them into your container, then cover everything completely with rainwater or dechlorinated water. It's worth noting that city water often contains chlorine, and that can really mess with the beneficial bacteria you need for proper fermentation. The fermentation process usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks, though if the weather's warmer, things can move along a bit faster. Every few days, give your brew a good stir with a wooden stick, and don't worry if you notice an earthy kind of pungent aroma developing. That's just a sign that beneficial anaerobic bacteria are breaking down the plant material. Make sure to cover your container with a loose lid or a cloth so gases can escape but debris stays out. You'll know your nettle tea is ready when it stops bubbling and the liquid becomes a rich dark brown color. The nettles will have broken down significantly, and the smell, while still earthy, becomes less intense. Strain the liquid through cheesecloth or a fine mesh, and your concentrated fertilizer is ready to work its magic in your garden. Strategic application for maximum impact is really important here. The key to successfully using nettle tea lies in proper dilution and timing. Your concentrated brew is incredibly potent and should be diluted at a ratio of 1 part nettle tea to 10 parts water before application. This 10% solution provides optimal nutrition without overwhelming your plants or potentially burning delicate roots. Apply nettle tea during the early morning or late afternoon when temperatures are cooler, and plants can absorb nutrients without the stress of midday heat. Water the soil around your plants rather than spraying the foliage, as this allows the roots to uptake nutrients directly while avoiding any potential leaf burn from the concentrated minerals. For established vegetable gardens, it's best to apply diluted nettle tea every 2 weeks throughout the growing season. Leafy greens like lettuce, spinach, and kale, well, they respond particularly well to nettle tea's high nitrogen content, often showing noticeable improvement in color and growth rate within a week of application. Fruiting plants such as tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers benefit from monthly applications, especially during their heavy flowering and fruit development phases. Container gardeners will find nettle tea especially valuable since, potted plants quickly exhaust soil nutrients. Apply the diluted solution every 10 days to keep container plants thriving throughout the season. The organic matter in nettle tea also helps improve soil structure in containers, promoting better water retention and drainage. Transforming your garden ecosystem is totally possible with nettle tea. The benefits of nettle tea extend far beyond simple plant nutrition. Regular applications gradually improve soil structure by feeding beneficial microorganisms that create stable soil aggregates. These improved soil conditions enhance water infiltration during heavy rains, while also increasing the soil's ability to retain moisture during dry periods. Plants treated with nettle tea often develop stronger, more extensive root systems. This improved root development creates a positive feedback loop. Healthier roots can access more soil nutrients and water, leading to more vigorous above-ground growth. You'll notice that nettle-fed plants tend to have darker green foliage, stronger stems, and increased resistance to environmental stresses. The organic compounds in nettle tea also support beneficial soil biology. Mycorrhizal fungi, those crucial partners that extend plant root systems, thrive in soil regularly amended with organic matter. These fungal networks improve nutrient cycling throughout your garden and create communication pathways between plants, helping your entire garden ecosystem become more resilient and productive. Nettle tea represents more than just plant nutrition. It's a gateway to understanding how natural systems create abundance through recycling and regeneration. By transforming what many consider a troublesome weed into premium plant food, you're participating in the kind of circular thinking that creates truly sustainable gardens. The practice connects you more deeply with your garden's natural rhythms and needs. Observing how different plants respond to nettle tea applications teaches you to read your garden's signals more accurately. You'll begin noticing subtle changes in leaf color, growth patterns, and overall plant health that help you become a more intuitive and effective gardener. Regular nettle tea production also encourages you to observe and work with seasonal cycles. Spring nettle harvest for summer brewing, combined with autumn preparation for next year's supplies, creates a rhythm that aligns your gardening practices with natural timing. This seasonal awareness often leads to better overall garden management and more successful growing outcomes. The investment in time and effort pays dividends not just in plant health, but in soil improvement that compounds year after year. Gardens regularly treated with nettle tea develop the kind of rich, living soil that requires fewer external inputs over time. You're not just feeding this season's plants, you're building soil biology that will support more productive and resilient gardens for years to come. Ready to transform your garden with this incredible natural fertilizer? Start gathering your nettles this week and begin brewing your first batch. Your plants and your soil will thank you for this gift of natural nutrition. Don't forget to subscribe to the Living Soil Lab for more organic gardening wisdom that helps you grow abundant gardens while building healthy soil ecosystems. Share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to discover the power of working with nature's own fertilizer factory.